Have you ever wondered, what if we could build cities at the bottom of the ocean? From the time humans first gazed upon the vast expanse of the sea, there has been a deep-seated fascination with the mysteries it holds. Far beneath the surface, where the sunlight fades into an abyss of blue, lies a world teeming with life and ripe for exploration. This fascination has not only led us to dream of exploring these depths but also to envision creating our own habitats within them. Imagine, if you will, cities nestled on the ocean floor, their glowing lights piercing the perpetual darkness. These cities could offer an entirely new frontier for human expansion, opening up vast areas that have remained untouched since the dawn of time. With our planet's land masses increasingly crowded, the idea of venturing beneath the waves presents an intriguing solution to the issue of space. But it's not just about space. Underwater cities offer potential for resource utilization that we have barely begun to tap into. The oceans are filled with resources, from a wealth of marine life to untapped mineral deposits. Harnessing these resources could revolutionize industries and economies, making underwater cities not just feasible but profitable. Then, there's the scientific aspect. The deep sea is one of the least understood environments on our planet. Building cities in this uncharted territory could open up unprecedented opportunities for scientific research. From studying unique marine species to understanding the impacts of climate change, these underwater metropolises could become hubs of scientific discovery. Yet, as we dream and plan, we must also question. The ocean, while beautiful and full of potential, is an untamed and challenging environment. It presents us with obstacles that we have never faced in terrestrial construction and habitation: pressure, corrosion, limited sunlight, and the sheer isolation of the deep sea. But the question remains, how feasible is it to construct cities beneath the waves? As we delve into this oceanic dream, we must take a close look at the challenges and possibilities that lie ahead. As with any dream, it requires a clear vision, careful planning, and the courage to venture into the unknown. To build an underwater city, we must first have a blueprint. So let's dive into the design considerations for our future oceanic metropolis. Firstly, the pressure. The weight of the sea creates incredible pressure, much greater than we experience on land. To withstand this, we'll need materials that are strong yet flexible, such as advanced composites or specially treated alloys. Imagine a city encased in a shell, strong enough to resist the crushing weight of the ocean, yet flexible enough to accommodate the movement of the waves. Next, the oxygen supply. We can't just open a window for a breath of fresh air down there, but don't worry, we've got this covered. Technologies such as electrolysis, which splits water into oxygen and hydrogen, or algae farms which photosynthesize and release oxygen, could be our solutions. Picture a city surrounded by lush, green, oxygen-producing farms, not just sustaining life but also adding a touch of natural beauty to our underwater world. Now, waste management. Just like on land, we'll need to dispose of our waste responsibly. Innovative systems could be used to recycle waste, turning it into energy or even food. Think about it. A city that turns waste into resources, creating a self-sustaining cycle. Lastly, access to sunlight. We're used to seeing the sun rise and set, but underwater, sunlight can only penetrate so far. Artificial lighting, powered by renewable energy sources such as tidal and geothermal energy, could replicate the natural light cycle we're accustomed to. Imagine a city bathed in the warm glow of artificial sunlight, illuminating the wonders of the deep. Incorporating these technologies into our blueprint will help us create a city that's not just survivable but livable. A city that's not just a collection of buildings, but a vibrant, self-sustaining ecosystem. A city that's not just under the ocean, but a part of the ocean. But having a blueprint is just the beginning. We must also consider the construction process. And that, friends, is a topic for our next discussion. Building under the sea is a monumental task, far different from building on land. This isn't your typical construction project. Underwater, every brick laid, every beam placed, comes with a unique set of challenges. The extreme pressure, for instance, is like having an elephant stand on your toe. Every square inch of you. The corrosive saltwater is another hurdle. It's a relentless adversary, gnawing away at the very fabric of our structures. Materials that would stand up well on land, like steel and concrete, are vulnerable under the sea. They need to be treated and shielded to withstand the onslaught of salt and other corrosive elements. Then there's the unpredictable weather. On land, we can plan around a rainy day or snowstorm. But in the depths of the ocean, a sudden storm can whip up treacherous currents, making it impossible to continue work. So, how do we tackle these challenges? One solution lies in technology. Remote-operated vehicles, or ROVs, can do a lot of the heavy lifting. These unmanned submarines can perform tasks that would be too dangerous or difficult for humans. They can drill, cut, lift, and even weld, all while providing a live feed to operators safely on the surface. In addition to ROVs, we're also looking at specialized construction methods. These include modular construction, where sections of the city are built on land and then submerged and connected underwater. We're also considering the use of advanced materials like corrosion-resistant alloys and concrete that can cure underwater. But technology and innovation are only parts of the puzzle. Building an underwater city is a test of human ingenuity and resolve. It's about pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible. It's about creating a home in a place where no human has lived before. Once the city is built, how do we sustain life beneath the waves? That is the question we'll tackle next as we continue our journey into the depths of the ocean and into the future of human habitation. Scene script. Sustaining life under the sea requires us to rethink our basic necessities. When we think about building cities beneath the waves, the question of how we sustain life in such a radically different environment comes to the forefront. We need to consider the essentials: food, water, and energy. Let's start with food. Traditional farming is not feasible underwater. However, an innovative solution comes in the form of hydroponic farming. Hydroponics is the method of growing plants without soil, using mineral nutrient solutions in a water solvent. It's a high-yield, space-efficient technique that could be our ticket to fresh produce below sea level. In addition to this, the ocean itself is a rich source of food. With sustainable fishing practices, we could have a steady supply of seafood. Next, the need for fresh water. You might think, we're surrounded by water, what's the issue? Unfortunately, seawater isn't suitable for drinking or most practical uses due to its high salt content. But with the development of sophisticated desalination technology, we could potentially convert seawater into fresh water. Desalination removes the salt and other minerals from seawater, making it safe for consumption and use. Finally, let's talk about energy. Traditional energy sources are not only harmful to the environment, but they're also impractical in an underwater city. So, what's the solution? Renewable energy sources. Marine energy, derived from the movement of waves and tides, is a promising avenue. Additionally, geothermal energy from the Earth's core could also be harnessed. These sustainable energy sources could power our underwater cities without harming the marine environment. The vision of life under the sea isn't just a fantasy from science fiction, it's a possibility that could become a reality with the right combination of technology, innovation, and sustainability. And while the idea of an underwater city may seem like an exciting adventure, it's important to remember that it comes with its own set of challenges. Life under the sea may seem like a dream, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Living under the sea is not without its challenges. As we delve deeper into the idea of subaqueous cities, it's important to be cognizant of the potential hurdles. These are not just engineering or scientific challenges, but also psychological, health-related, and social issues that we must address. Imagine the psychological impact. Living beneath the ocean's surface, isolated from the sunlit world above, can have significant psychological effects. We're terrestrial creatures by nature, and our minds could struggle to adapt to this alien environment. The constant pressure, both literal and figurative, could lead to stress, anxiety, and other mental health concerns. Then there's the health risks. The human body is not designed for life under the sea. The pressure at these depths can cause a host of health issues, from decompression sickness to bone density loss. We might also be exposed to new diseases, carried by marine life, or fostered by the unique underwater environment. And let's not forget the social implications. How do we build a community in such a confined space? How do we ensure social interactions and community bonds when our neighbors are separated by thick walls of steel and glass? But as daunting as these challenges may seem, they're not insurmountable. With advanced healthcare and psychological support, we could mitigate many of the health and mental risks associated with underwater living. We could design our cities to encourage social interaction, creating shared spaces where people can gather and form connections. In essence, living under the sea is a challenge of adaptation. We'd need to evolve our lifestyles, our healthcare systems, and our social structures to thrive in this new environment. We'd need to innovate, invent, and imagine new ways of living. The concept of underwater cities is fascinating, but it's a monumental task that requires careful consideration and planning. So, as we dream of cities beneath the sea, let's remember the challenges that lie ahead. But let's not forget the potential either. After all, every great human achievement started as a dream, and who knows, maybe one day, this dream too will become a reality.